Is this the best buffet at Disneyland?
Prince and Bear, today we're at Disneyland Resort, specifically Disneyland Hotel, because it's time for
Goofy's Kitchen.
Yes, you're ready to be fed, and as your number one choice of foodie infotainment, we're here to goof off, so you don't have to. Remember, she's vegan. I'm not. Let's see what they're cooking.
It's time to foodie and chill. These are the allergy-friendly Mickey waffles. They are vegan and gluten-free. I did ask Chef if they had earth balance, and the answer is negative. So that's okay. I'm gonna take a Mickey ear, as is tradition. And do dip because I'm a dipper and not a pourer. I love a good Mickey waffle in the morning. It is so tasty. It's a little bit sweeter than the ones in Disney World, and I'm okay with that. Well, the syrup is okay as well. I would give it a 4 out of 5 waffles.
The infamous Mickey waffles, the things that everybody comes to breakfast and brunch for. People love their waffles the world over. I still maintain that pancakes are superior, but I do understand that I am losing that battle. With a little dunk. Crispy, well cooked. We don't like raw waffles around here. They pass. 3.5 out of 5 claws. The salad / bread section is always like a odd section. You get sort of like some surprises in here. So they have toasted pumpkin. Looks like a little bit of cheese, some raisins on here. I am not like a pumpkin or a pumpkin spice person, so this is going to be interesting, at the very least. Definitely need a knife for that. We're going to take the bear bite. It's toasted pumpkin, raisins, and a feta cheese. It's an interesting, like, breakfasty item. I don't know if I love that, though. It's like shriveled raisins, shriveled pumpkin. The cheese works, though. 3 out of 5 claws. Here we have our standard deviled egg. I had to resist the urge to fill this entire plate with them, because I would have if we weren't recording all this. Quality, classic deviled egg. 3 out of 5 claws. The world over, smoked salmon. It's something I love, but I always feel like I need a breath mint after I eat it. Very ishi, very strong smoke flavor. I feel like I just licked a campfire, but in a good way. There were capers that came with it as well, but they sort of like rolled away. But if you're craving smoked salmon, they do have it. Give that 3.75 out of 5 claws. Then we have the Caesar salad, because why not follow up salmon with an anchovy-style dressing. I was worried that it'd be too soaked with Caesar and the lettuce would be soggy. Still nice and crisp. You get plenty of cheese and croutons, but if you want more croutons, I do have a separate crouton bowl in the make-your-own salad section, so make it as crunchy as you would like. I would give that 3.5 out of 5 claws. And then we come to the assorted meat and cheese station. I'm never really sure what to make of the assorted meat and cheeses. Are people putting them on their bagels? Do you just want deli meat for breakfast? It's your choice. Now, they did have some mystery cheese over there that looked kind of funky. I was a little afraid of, so I didn't touch it. I would like not to get sick before our flight. We are flying home today, technically. And they also hid some salami in there. And if you've been here long enough, you know my absolute disdain for salami. So just turkey, ham, and cheese. Deli fresh. Public style, or Albertsons out west. Albertsons, Ralph's, whichever what grocery store deli you prefer. It's on par. 3 out of 5 points. Not a single buffet is complete without some sort of shrimp, be it chilled shrimp, sauteed shrimp, peel and eat shrimp. We got shrimp with shrimp cocktail, served chilled. I am one of those weird people that I love chilled shrimp. The princess has caught me red-handed, like bringing home an entire like platter, like 50 chilled shrimp from the grocery store, and just eating that with the movie like people would popcorn. I love a good sea roach. 3.75 out of 5 stars.
I got the one vegan salad on the line. Yes, you can make your own salad, but I saw vegan salad, so I had to get it. And since that was the only one, I'm committing to that mistake. There's not a lot on here. I don't know. Cheers. It's actually really good. The dressing is really light, so you just get to taste like the greens, and it just tastes really fresh. Refreshing for a salad. It tosses my salad. I would give it a 4 out of 5 salads.
Vegan salad, so dressing, onions, a few times of lettuce, and then some cucumbers. I love that they labeled it vegan. I could do it with a little bit more tart dressing though. I give it 3.5 out of 5 plus.
The smallest of oatmeal, because I have other things to eat, and oatmeal is just basic oatmeal with water. It is what it is. Oh, super bland. I should have put some sugar in here. They did have brown sugar and raisins, I believe, on the line, and I just didn't go there because I just wanted to try it and see. That was a mistake. I committed to this mistake, and I'll give it I'm not going to penalize it for my fault. I'll give it a 3 out of 5 oatmeals.
Even though it's not exactly the same thing, when I think about the stories from my childhood, like Jack and the Beanstalk and Goldilocks and Three Bears, this is the level of like porridge I expect. Like basic, plain, of the forest oats with water. And it is the perfect blank slate oatmeal. Now at home, I cook our oatmeal half water, half oat milk with a little bit of maple syrup. Sometimes agave if I don't want to do maple syrup. And then like a little sprinkle of cinnamon, things like that. Just a little bit, just like zhuzh it up. You have those things on the line, so if you wanted brown sugar and raisins, you can do that. I would give it 3 out of 5 plus. So for soups, the single soup, we have chicken tortilla soup. Nice and tomato based. You have bits of corn and chicken in here. And pinto beans. Very humany and not thick enough. Very tomato based. Very small pieces of chicken. The corn is nice, but it's a basic soup. 2.5 out of 5 plus. Rest assured, for those of you who like their food basic, they have all of the basics covered. A standard mozzarella cheese stick. I've never seen such a perfect mozzarella stick in my life. Perfectly breaded, no cheese peeking through, nice and firm. But no cheese pull. It's a mozzarella stick. Average. 2.5 out of 5 plus. Disney chicken tenders, the only thing with more hype than Disney Dole Whip. Tender white meat chicken nugget, chicken nugget, crisp outside, as you would expect. 3 out of 5 stars. Now when it came to the pizza section, I got the smallest slices possible, but they have options upon options, and these aren't even the dessert pizza. These are just our regular pizzas. So first up is a nice potato chorizo. It's the most unique pizza they have up there. A little crema on it. You see the chorizo sausage and potato. That is fabulous. The chorizo got a nice spice to it, and it's got a little barbecue sauce drizzle on top with the crema. It's crispy crust. That I love. I could have numerous pizzas of that. 4.25 out of 5 claws. And we have your standard pepperoni pizza. For those of you who like the classics, nice crispy pepperoni on a little pizza slice. I'll admit that I don't order pepperoni pizza very often, but if you're gonna give me pepperoni pizza, the edges of my pepperoni had better be crispy. Crispy. That's almost perfect. 4.5 out of 5 claws. Then we have our standard cheese pizza, the cheesiest to most popular. Cheese and bread. If it was vegan, the princess would make the entire thing disappear. I would give it 3.75 out of 5 claws.
I got a beautiful vegan omelet. I put some optional jalapeno on top. They had vegan cheese, which I'm super stoked about. And then I got spinach and tomatoes. This is a huge bite, but I commit to my mistake. That was delicious. It was a little too hot because of me. I took a bite that was way too big. The jalapeno is burning my mouth a little bit, but I love it. It's like a nice, like, smooth burn, like a 2 out of 10 on the heat scale. This is the omelet of dreams. I love this omelet. It's magical. I would give it a 5 out of 5. It is a Princess Cities item. Come get you an omelet.
A made-to-order vegan omelet, now that is unique. Why don't we have that in Florida? Like, the princess would kill for a made-to-order vegan omelets at Chef Mickey's. Hint, hint. Maybe it's time we go back there soon. I like the addition of the jalapeno, a little spice. If you get the vegan cheese, make sure you mix it into the just early because the just will help it melt. The just can be cooked a little bit longer, but still super tasty. 4.25 out of 5 claws.
Some breakfast potatoes here. They just have like pepper, salt, vinegar, or salt, pepper in them. They're a little under, a little crunchy. Not the best potatoes ever, but if Chip and Dale are cooking, it makes sense. I give it a 2.5 out of 5 potatoes.
Breakfast potatoes. Staple of any breakfast. I like mine a little crispy, but I'll take them however. Cooked, softer, nothing wrong with that. Really a preference thing. I would give it 3.5 out of 5 claws.
And so we have some seasonal vegetables. These are kind of plain, but I wanted to try them anyway. The veggies were nice. They were a little crunchy, not really seasoned that well, but that's okay. There's seasoning on here. No big deal. I would give them a 3 out of 5 veggies.
And nice cooked veggies because children, eat your veggies or you won't grow up big like me. Nice and roasted, no complaints. 3.5 out of 5 claws. Continuing with the breakfast / brunch items, we get fluffy scrambled eggs. A little runny for my scrambled eggs, but they do actually have an omelet station, so if you wanted them to make you something custom, even if you just wanted like your own scrambled eggs, they'll do that up there for you at your request. These eggs, they're okay. I give them 2.75 out of 5 claws. I can never skip the Disney bacon, even when sometimes I want to. This one's as stiff as a magic wand. Mickey would be proud. I can't help myself. The holiday music loops at any resort or restaurant are always the best. Disney bacon, however, tasty, crispy, a little bit thicker than I expected. 3.75 out of 5 claws. Honestly, I do not like breakfast sausage. If I'm going to eat any breakfast sausage, I actually prefer it to be vegan because I do not like the greasy meat casing taste of most breakfast sausage. I think chorizo might be the only exception. It's a grease tube that just happens to have meat in it. I did not enjoy that. 1.75 out of 5 plus. I'm mostly rating the kids station now, but I'm turned down French toast. Cinnamon, vanilla, everything you expect. Nice and thick. Crisp edge on it. 3.5 out of 5 plus. Mickey pancakes, because as I said, pancakes are always superior to waffles. Always. They're panny, they're cakey. That's really all I ask for. My expectations are always low, but always exceed. 3.75 out of 5 plus. Last up, we have an interesting one. Prosciutto eggs Benedict with arugula. So a little bit of arugula, hollandaise, prosciutto, the tiniest bit. Over here, nice colored prosciutto. Oh, ooh, more of it. No complaints there. Use some of that poached egg. If ever there was a peak brunch item, it would be eggs Benedict. It hits that note between like a savory and breakfast item perfectly. A little bit of elevation to it. 4 out of 5 calls.
I got a chia pudding here, and I put a strawberry on it. There's blueberries there too. I'm gonna do a double bite situation. It's very creamy and delicious, but a little too coconut forward for me. I'll give it a 4 out of 5 chias.
Nice chia seed pudding with a little bit of fruit. I don't know why we don't eat chia seed pudding. It's never really been a thing for me. Not bad. Very coconut forward. Yes, I ate the greens on my strawberry. Don't judge me. It's all edible. 3 out of 5 plus.
Now we have a peanut butter and jelly pizza. This is literally the reason why I come to Goofy's Kitchen. If you're not peanut butter and jellying pizza your life, what are you doing? Because it's so good. I love the peanut butter and jelly. It's the perfect ratio. I got the last slice on the line, but one slice usually has a cherry, and if you can get that one is amazing. I would give it a 5 out of 5. It is a Princessities item. You must get peanut butter and jelly pizza.
When I tell you, 3 years since we last came to Goofy's Kitchen, the princess has mentioned this pizza literally every month. There is nothing that she wanted to do while we've been in California more than Goofy's Kitchen, sans maybe a trip to Lamplight Lounge. We all have our odd combinations as a child. Some of us do peanut butter and banana. Some of you like ants on a log, like celery, peanut butter and raisins. As a child, my concoction was peanut butter and syrup, heated up in a microwave for 10 minutes on a toasted bread. This is very similar to that, just flavored instead of the jelly instead of maple syrup. And I love that. 5 out of 5 claws. It's on the Better Necessities list. On the Princessities list, if you're not getting this when you come here, you just wasted a trip. We have finally come to the savory items, and it's full of surprises. So, chili killy salmon. I am intrigued, at the very least. Interesting flavor and texture profile. Salmon's flaky. We can stand a little bit longer to cook. It's tasty, though. I would give that a 3 out of 5 plus. Butternut squash ravioli cream They're biggins. I tried to find the smallest one possible and could not. These things are all massive. It's a very interesting cream sauce, very herbaceous, but I feel like it doesn't mesh well with the butternut squash. It's weird because butternut squash will soak up most everything. Maybe just picked a bad one, but I don't love it. 2 out of 5 stars. So, and a delicious looking tray up there, they have mole covered chicken wings, covered with mole sauce and cheese, all roasted. Oh my god. Seed. Nope, garlic. Woo. That was amazing. I need an entire plate of those chicken wings. I didn't pick up a drum, but honestly, I wished I picked up like 5. That is delicious. The chicken is moist and juicy. The mole sauce, which can sometimes be like too thick or strong, is just the right like viscosity, or where it covers, but doesn't like overpower the chicken itself. That I love. 5 out of 5 claws. I want more of that. Now from the carving station, they have assorted sausage. They don't say what kind of sausage it is. It just literally says assorted sausage, but it all looks like the same sausage. So you'll find out as I do. Whatever it is boiled, and I do not love. Ugh. Of water. 1 out of 5 claws. Then we have your standard mashed potatoes, creamy skin on. They look a little chunky. Nothing wrong with that. If you're a mashed potato lover, you will not be disappointed. 4 out of 5 claws. Last, we have the tri-tip beef, a favorite of the princess's grandfather, with a little bit of horseradish sauce to go ahead and dip it in. They'll cut you as big or as small pieces as you want. I went with some small pieces, a little bit of the horsey, roasted that perfect medium rare, nice and tender. The sear on the outside with the seasoning just sort of seared in, locks in the flavor. That's excellent. Careful with the horsey sauce, it will open up the sinuses a bit, but it is a tasty piece of meat. I give that 3.75 out of 5 claws.
I got a margarita. Just a plain margarita, no rim. I didn't want it to get messy. There's other ones, there's like habanero and whatnot, but I just wanted regular. It's a little on the tart side. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of it. I would give it a 3 out of 5 margaritas.
On the princess's birthday week, margaritas are unlimited. All the Patrons you can handle and then some. Cheers to the princess. Not Patron? Oh, that's sad. Actually not bad. It's tasty. Crisp. Not too sugary. I don't feel like I'm drinking straight syrup. For my margaritas, that's all I can hope for because I can't really taste the difference between Patron and Jose Cuervo. I don't have a tequila palate like that to be developed. I would give that 4 out of 5 claws. I ordered a Jamaican hard cider. They have this Golden State cider, circa Jamaica, but made in Sonoma, California. No questions about that. But the tallest of tall boys, 19 ounces of hard cider. I guess that should be the new standard. That's blood red and still a good third of the can left. Cheers. Ooh. Nice, crisp, apple forward. It's given Angry Orchard if it was good. I would give that 4 out of 5 claws.
Bear got a vegan, gluten-free cider accidentally, and I love that it says it on the can. I like this. This is very nice. It's like crisp, like eating an apple. I would give it 4 out of 5 ciders. I have this beautiful plant-based brownie. It's a little rough, but there's nuts in here, which I'm excited about. I wasn't usually a person that liked nuts in their brownies, but as I've gotten older, I have appreciated that. It's so creamy. It tastes like chocolate fudge. I absolutely love that. I would give it a 3 out of 5 brownies. It still has like a plant-based taste to it.
Never gonna say no to a vegan brownie, even if there's a little work involved. There you go. Nice and dense and thick. Honestly, it reminds me of the double chocolate Enjoy Life cookies. In a good way. 3.75 out of 5 plus. One thing you're not going to want for here, it is dessert. We'll start with the lemon bar. Lemony, double stacked. If a lemon head was a cake, it would be that. Feels like an explosion of 60 lemon flavored Starbursts in my mouth. For some people, that's a joy. For me, I feel like I just cleaned the inside of my eyeballs and my mouth. 3 out of 5. Here we have a chocolate caramel salted brownie. Dig into this one. This is probably the one I'm most excited for. Lightly salted. Caramel threads through it. Very nice consistency. That's a good brownie. 4 out of 5 plus. You get these little cubes confused. This one is a chocolate cake with Halloween sprinkles. Yeah. Definitely chocolate cake. Chocolate on chocolate on chocolate. Like 3 chocolate cake. Deep chocolate. More chocolate than me chocolate cake. 3.75 out of 5 plus. This little random triangle-ish thing here is the cinnamon roll. They cut their cinnamon rolls into quarters so they make them easier to pick up. I'm not mad at that. Whole cinnamon roll might have been too much. I can't tell if that's on purpose or it's because I got one of the last cinnamon rolls on the line. I'm gonna leave it up to the latter. It is in fact a cinnamon roll. It is in fact crunchy. 2.5 out of 5. Here we have the pumpkin carrot cake, because if they're going to do any treats, they're going to do seasonal treats. More moist and fluffy than a carrot cake has any right to be. In a good way. Like a cloud. 4 out of 5 plus. Last of the specialty pizzas is actually dessert pizza. We have a s'mores pizza with panini malo. Where's the graham? It's missing the graham cracker piece, but still somehow better than the Jason s'more at Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando. A little shade in that, but still true. 3 out of 5. We have the pumpkin loaf. It's a loaf of pumpkin bread. Pumpkin spice baddies. It calls to you with a foghorn. Wow. That's intense. Like Rapids, intense. 3 out of 5 claws. We have a little,
It's a cookie.
some sort of Halloween pumpkin themed cookie. Got the Halloween colors in here. Chocolate and orange, maybe. Not a fan. Dry, like sand. 1 out of 5 claws. This one is a pumpkin square. Differentiate yourself from the pumpkin loaf. Yeah. Thick. More moist and a mild level of pumpkin. Still sweet, but not super sweet. 3.5 out of 5 claws.
This is a delicious, by request, vegan off-menu item, and there's like 4 different things. I'm not sure what all of them are, but I think I'm going to start with what I think is a peanut butter bar. It's a little rough to grab, but it looks gorgeous. It is a peanut butter bar, but it tastes like a thick Snicker. I like that a lot. I'll give it a 4.75 out of 5 peanuts.
Just took a chunk. Just mini candy bars, basically, in square form. Made in peanut butter, chocolate, and a lot of salt. Very salty. 2.5 out of 5 claws. Come to the final round of desserts. Desserts here are almost bigger than the buffet itself. I'd say it's easily 45% of the buffet is desserts. That's not a bad thing. This mystery food is a Danish. It looks like orange and some sort of jam in there. Hopefully it's not a cream cheese Danish or I'm going to be in trouble.
Trying to bite.
Oh, it's like sweet orange and berry. Very good. A little buttery though. 3.75 out of 5 claws.
I think this one is like a tiramisu. It certainly looks like one. The beautiful layers. Definitely tiramisu. Very coffee forward. I like it. It's very creamy, which I wasn't expecting. And there's a nice like coffee aftertaste too. I would give it a 3.75 out of 5 tiramisus.
We like our variety of dessert. This many vegan desserts, that's a first for us. Given tiramisu / ladyfingers, it's rich but good. 3.75 out of 5 claws. Beautiful thin little thing here is a mini apple pie. You can see the spiced apple slices here on the top. Beautiful looking. American pie can never. That's amazing. 4.75 out of 5 claws. I don't want the birds and bees talk. I just want that.
So here we have this beautiful little, it looks like maybe ube and pistachio. It looks delicious. Wow. Talk about sweet. That is very sweet and delicious. I like it a lot. Yeah, definitely pistachio in there. I'm enjoying it. I would give it a 4 out of 5 ubes. It's delicious.
I'm going to tell my clones this is Dubai chocolate. And yes, clones, because you don't think there's like one of me, do you? I had definitely ube. Pistachio. Bottom layer, kind of mystery to me. But it's actually pretty good. It's really, really strong. Like small bites. 4 out of 5 claws. We have a mini powdered donut, like some glaze, looks like cinnamon on it. A cinnamon glazed donut, lots of cinnamon. And a hint of apple? Apple cinnamon donut. Leave that 3 out of 5 claws.
I'm assuming this is some sort of lemon bar. We'll see. Yeah, it's like a lemon bar. It's very creamy.
I'm very interested in that. It's tasty. It's one of my favorites, I want to say, up there with the tiramisu. I would give it a 4 out of 5 lemons. I bet it's better than Bear's Lemon Bar.
Some of our friends close out houses, as far as haunted houses, we close out buffets. So, lemony, desserty. Look at that. Look at that. That's a lemon bar I can manage. That's like 50% strength compared to the non-vegan one that I had. 4 out of 5 plus. This little delight is a pumpkin muffin. All nice and wrapped for you in a little paper. A little cream in the middle. Very pumpkin-y. Like Pluto, but not as cute. 3 out of 5 plus. Here we have a plain old bran muffin because you need your bran in your diet. It's a thick one. There's also raisins in there. Probably California raisins. It's a dry one though. 2.5 out of 5 plus. We have a vanilla cupcake, a pumpkin icing, and rainbow sprinkles. They go all in on the pumpkin here. Moist vanilla cupcake, pumpkin buttercream icing. 3 out of 5 plus. Your standard buffet chocolate chip cookie. Don't throw this at your cousins. If you do, don't get caught. Chips Ahoy level cookie. 2.5 out of 5 plus. The princess's favorite flavor of cookie, oatmeal raisin. I kid, she hates oatmeal raisin. I could do with more raisins, but it's a decent cookie. 3 out of 5 plus. Jello, Jello, Jello. I say it's the color of blood, but this is Disney and not Universal. So it's just red Jello with whipped cream. I make the face because it's cherry Jello. I despise cherry as a flavor. If you want that, it's here. I do not love. 2 out of 5 plus. I will tell you we're not flying home hungry.
No, we're certainly not. And I did my best to try to not do like holiday things when we were here at Disneyland because, you know, we want the menus to not change like we do at Disney World. But this one was one that like we had to do just because of me and my personal preferences. And I really think that whether you come for Halloween or not, it's just a really amazing meal. They do holiday one as well. So if you come for Halloween, Christmas, normal, whatever, I think like you're always gonna have an amazing time. The food is always a 10.
Yes, the service is great. The food is great. The characters were amazing.
Yes.
Awesome. We had an amazing time.
Yes.
Princess comes here every time we come to California for just that reason. But we know what you guys think. Do you guys take the time out to hang out with Goofy in his kitchen? Or would you rather go somewhere else around the Disneyland Resort?
I will say when I was in high school, this was like a must for me whenever I could afford it.
Let us know your must-dos in the comments below. As always, if there's anything else you'd like to see us do, that will always be the place to find us. Hit that notification bell if you want to see other videos like this. And
we have new videos 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
we'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment, maybe Bear will yeet himself into this pumpkin and then he might get kicked out of Disneyland.
I'm the pumpkin now.
Oh my gosh, it's cute.
On a count of 3, we're gonna sing the princess. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday